a tag team wrestler, one half of the current Ryse tag team champions, but this night going a little singles. Him and Tony Johnson obviously have some history together, and we're going to get started here soon. Joey, I got to ask you, who's your pick here? Who are you looking for? Who are you looking to get the advantage here? I know Tony Johnson's been on a roll here, but Edric Everhart, a very, very good singles wrestler.
Tony Johnson has been on a roll here. He hasn't lost a singles match in 18 months. But just like Matt said, whenever he's facing up against a guy that's a champion, a previous champion, he is plateaued. If you want my opinion, I'm going with the new ugly Edric Everhart. Not only is he the current half of the tag champs here at Ryse, but he also was the former Black Diamond heavyweight champion.
And he's just an all-around solid dude.
Yeah, you would say that, Matt.
He's the solid dude.
And Matt, like you were saying earlier, you have a busy schedule. You're the Ryse Grand Champion here. I just want to personally thank you for coming out and not having me sit here with just Marcus by myself.
You are very, very welcome. See, this just a little appreciation. That's all I ask for.
Well, we got a bell here. And as I said, Everhart and Johnson know each other very, very well. Storied rivalry as well. These guys have wrestled each other at least this is their probably fifth state they've wrestled each other. A long history, as you know as well, Matt. You've wrestled Tony Johnson all up and down the tri-state area into the Midwest and the East Coast as well.
Just like I said before, Tony is a tremendous athlete. I'm not taking away from his talent level. I would go as far to say as he is my greatest rival as far as in-ring skills go. But when it comes to getting the job done, he chokes every time. And December 15th will be no different. It's
December 14th. You're still not good with dates, Matt.
I'm not good with dates, but I'm good with collecting championships,
Okay.
Something that Tony Johnson's not good at all.
He has people that worry about the dates for him. He's the champ, Marcus. Don't worry about that.
I just show up and do what I do best, beat people.
Well, so far, this has been a slow start. Everhart not looking to get too physical here with Johnson early on. I mean, these guys are filling out process. They know each other very, very well. Everhart, I'd say, in the last 18 months, has gone through a physical change here, added more strength to his body. You can notice the difference in there. Tony, as you know, one of the freakishly strong athletes here at Ryse.
Deceptively strong. I've had that man pick me up dead weight from the floor and drop me on my head. It's amazing the weight the man can pick up. And by the way, Edric's clearly going through a bulk phase, a lot of deadlifts, a lot of squats.
Well, he looks good. He's definitely bulked up. He's definitely got a lot more strength on the body as well.
And this slow start's not anything out of the ordinary for Edric. Edric is a slow burn competitor. He likes to... Everything, all these motions are calculated, pre-planned. He knows what he's doing. He's getting in the head of his opponent.
Everhart holds on there, but Johnson just one step quicker. And that's going to be Tony Johnson's game. He's a little quicker. He's got a little more speed and athleticism. Joey, I'd ask you, for you, speed versus strength here. I know you like Everhart, but Tony Johnson is a very athletic individual as well. He's got good strength. What do you see out of a guy like Tony Johnson?
I see Tony Johnson. The speed does come into play, but I do think Everhart's strength is going to be the biggest factor in this. I mean, just look at the size of Everhart compared to Tony Johnson. Yeah, Tony Johnson has the length, he has the reach, but Everhart has the pure strength. Look at him. He's on his hands and knees. He's just easily holding him on his back like that. Not too many people can do
roll up. 2 count. No.
See, this is what I'm talking about, why Tony can't get the job done. He's doing all this pandering nonsense in the crowd. See,
Johnson looked like a hurricane run there. Edric countered into a powerbomb. Both men taking a fall there.
Yeah, that's that quick thinking from Edric I'm talking about. He's always one step ahead of his opponents. And Tony's always 2 steps behind.
Everhart tried to counter in the powerbomb. It looks like his back might have went out there. He couldn't hold him up.
From all those squats.
Ooh. Big chop in the corner, and that's Tony Johnson's game. He is a big strike guy. You're going to watch those chops, those European uppercuts. He is a huge striker.
I've been on the other end of those chops. They do not feel good coming from that man.
Everhart could take it, though. Whenever I talked to him before the show, he said he's from Southside. He's a tough guy. He's handled way more than that in his day.
I mean, also, look at that chest. Bench all day. Those pecs are enormous.
Yeah, it looks like Tony Johnson here might be setting up for that ice pick kick. This might be a quick match.
No. Edric's got it scouted.
He's too smart.
He's got it scouted.
Edric rolling to the outside, getting a little bit of a timeout here, getting a little breather. Those chops were right in there. He is struggling here, and after that power bomb, like I said, his back kind of went out. He is in a bad way. Forearms and uppercuts from Johnson. And Edric is all out of sorts here, Matt.
He's reeling a little bit. I mean, like as I said, Tony, a very skilled striker, but Edric.
Now he's getting the referee involved here.
The referee just shoved him right into the ropes.
That was a blatant. That was a blatant pratfall by Everhart.
Look, Edric is all out of sorts. He's got hit very hard multiple times. He obviously lost his footing. That's all that is. That's just part of the game. Sometimes you slip up. Sometimes you step on a banana peel.
That was clearly intentional by Everhart, but that's the opening that he needs.
Marcus.
Well, he's got the opening that he needs now, and he's in full control. And like you said, Matt, this is where Everhart really does shine, is in the slow, methodical pace.
5 minutes gone by.
That's right, Edric. You tell him what's what.
Edric in full control here, reeling back with big fists.
He has Johnson right where he wants him, just like I said.
See, look, he's reeling a little bit. He's just shaking the cobwebs off.
Everhart, I don't think has recovered since that attempted at the power bomb there, like I said. I think his back went out. He's struggling a little bit. He's moving a little slower than normal, but Everhart, a veteran of I think almost a decade now, he knows his body in there better than anyone else.
Even at 75%, Edric's still got Tony's number.
Everhart's on the base. We talked about the tag team championships. Everhart and his partner Ty Cross will be taking on the main event on December 14th for those tag team titles.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Swinging connection. That was a home run if I've ever seen it.
Everhart hold the arm there. He hit him almost too hard. He's reeling. 2 count. No. It's going to take a lot to put a guy like Tony Johnson away, Matt. You can talk about this. You wrestled Tony Johnson in a 30-minute Iron Man match back in, I believe, June of 2018. You can talk about the endurance of this guy. He's got a gas tank like few others.
I was astounded the gas tank that Tony Johnson's got on him. 30 minutes, no pinfalls. It was the hardest match I've ever had in my life. But when you really break it down, who won in that match?
Yeah, no, it was a huge win for you.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest wins of your Ryse career up at that point until the Ryse Grand Championship match 1 month later. It was one of the match of the year candidates. But Edric Everhart here posing.
Look at Edric. He's a stallion
specimen.
in there.
He's a specimen.
So these guys know each other so well. Everhart, they said this is his strength, this meticulous pattern, this slow pace. And Johnson really does want to quit the pace here. And Everhart just cutting him right back down, not letting Tony get moving. Everhart, I guess, taking the hair out here, doing a little styling and profiling in there.
He should be going for the pin. Tony is done. Look at him just laying on the canvas.
I tell him he's got to pin that stuff. He's got to pin that hair back tighter. It's an accident waiting to happen.
Well, it looks like Everhart's going for the kill shot here.
Oh,
this second rope fist. Edric has won championships with this.
Nuts. Okay.
Johnson gets the foot up, and Edric is rocked.
Come on, buddy, shake it off.
Stay up. Stay up.
Referee checking on Everhart here. He is knocked out here. He is dead on his feet.
Nobody breathe too hard. Come on, buddy.
Get out of it, Edric.
Come on.
Oh.
And Everhart is knocked out here. Johnson has the advantage if he can press it. Duck and roll out of the way. This is where Johnson survives here, is that speed. And he has got Edric all out of sorts here and back to those big forearm strikes.
Yeah, that's it. Edric always one step ahead.
Irish whip reverse. Edric hits the corner. Clothesline by Johnson, and this is where the momentum can swing. If Johnson can get moving here. He's got him. Big swinging backbreaker. Extra torque on that one. Right to that hurt back. Tony's got to capitalize. He's got the pin. 2. No.
Close but no cigar yet, Tony. Edric is still in this match.
See, this is the problem with Tony Johnson I'm talking about. When the moment's coming, he needs to capitalize. He always drops the ball, and that's just a great example of that.
Yeah, but he's got this match in his full control here. Edric with that back kick.
Yeah. When Edric's in the ring, no one fully has control of anything.
Went for that big cutter. He's caught. Fights out. Go behind. Johnson up to the second. Oh! He just caught him with that springboard stunner.
Come on, Edric.
2.
Yeah.
No!
Foot on the rope.
That's the ring veteran knowledge I'm talking about with Edric.
Yeah, we can talk about, as I said, a veteran of almost 10 years in the ring. Edric Everhart knows exactly where he is at all times, and Johnson is frustrated here.
What pandering Tony's doing. Focus on the match, and maybe you'll actually win one.
Well, he's got Everhart dead here. Going for that springboard kick. He got caught. Blue Thunder Bomb.
That
2. No! Matt, you talked about it. 30 minutes you have gone with this guy. You have wrestled 2 out of 3 falls, Ironman matches. Tony Johnson may be the toughest competitor today to put away.
He's resilient. He's got heart. But neither of those will
10
win you
minutes gone by.
championships.
10 minutes.
And you want to talk about speed of Tony Johnson? Did you see that blue thunder bomb that he just put down on him? Edric Everhart, that is, to Tony Johnson.
And this looks like Everhart setting up for that kick. He's going to do Tony's own ice pick kick. But he gets caught. No! He caught him flush. That might be it. He caught him flush.
Come on,
Kick
Edric.
out, Edric.
2,
Come on, Edric.
3, that is it.
Your winner at 11 minutes and 10 seconds, the Iceman, Tony Johnson.
The world of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
West Virginia, we can go up and down the board. Payton Graham has been a tag team champion in that. He is a former 3-time Black Diamond tag team champion. I managed him to those 3 victories. No one in the history of that company has ever held the titles more times than Payton Graham, and the longest reign in company history as well. So Payton Graham, one of the best tag team wrestlers you're going to find. I'm not sure about Tad Jarvis and his tag experience here, but when it comes to Payton Graham, he is a phenomenal, we'll say fantastic tag team wrestler. Now, we got to talk about Jordan Styles and the great Alexander here. I mean, you're with them every day. You're at training. You know, how's the relationship been? Have they been able to build a cohesive tag team relationship?
Yes, they have been able to build a cohesive tag team relationship. I'm there with them all the time. We're talking, going through stuff. They even got a wonderful name, The Great Success. What is the tag team of Payton Graham and Tej? The Millennial Dirtbags?
Wow, that's a little rough. And Jordan Styles already taking shots here. Fists flying. And load him up. Double elbow, flip, flop, and fly. Payton and Graham and Tad Jarvis already on the same page here. You got to be a little worried here, Joey. You got to be worried.
My boys will come through. They always do. We got the money manager, Ronnie Starks, ringside. The personal insurance policy, Mr. G.
What does the G stand for?
It's none of your concern.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's what I thought you were going to say. That's fine. Now, your boys are starting a little slow. They're trying to... We got a bell? We got a bell.
Now we're ready to go. See, Your boy and Tej are already cheating. The match
They're
didn't
not
even
even
start,
cheating.
and they're throwing punches.
Wow. Great
Maybe
Alex.
that's how Payton won all those titles in all those different states.
Well, I'm not gonna say I wasn't involved. All right. Starting out here, Tad Jarvis and the Great Alexander, and Alexander getting caught up here. Oh. Looks like he's stuck in a little knot here.
He's trying to embarrass the Great Alexander,
Well,
which
he's
is
doing a
not
good job
right.
of it.
It's not right. He has to show a little bit more respect for him.
Well, this is only the Great Alexander's 4th professional match, 3rd year.
3rd, yes, correct. You're correct.
So why does he
But
deserve
that's-
respect over a
that's
guy?
three more than Tej?
All right, Payton Graham is a 10-year veteran of this industry, and like I said, one of the greatest tag team wrestlers in the tri-state area history. And you're not showing him any respect out here.
He is an 11-year vet. He's the gatekeeper. He's a chaotic brawler. He is one of the most decorated tag team athletes of all time. But I don't know how much he stands up towards Jordan Styles and the Great Alexander. I think he's met his match. Payton Graham, that is.
Well, Styles having trouble getting in the ring here as Payton Graham keeps knocking him off the apron, keeping Styles off balance here, and that's what Payton Graham can do so well. That's the veteran instincts that he has. He can keep people off their game, and Jordan Styles not used to being thrown off his game. Big right hand from Styles there. Oh!
That one's going to hurt.
And right to the headlock. Styles is all out of sort. You guys, like I said, I know the Great Alexander and Jordan Styles trained together. They work together. I don't know if Tej and Payton Graham have been doing that, but so far they have been on the same page completely. Double back elbow.
They are meshing pretty well together, Marcus. They're looking good.
Jarvis up. Clothesline into Styles, and Styles is thrown out, all out of sort here. Like I said, he is not used to any sort of.
Oh, there we go. That's tag team wrestling for you right there. Alexander got his teammates back, Jordan Styles.
And Alexander here now measuring Tad Jarvis. You know, you guys didn't know that Tad Jarvis is going to be out here, but for the Great Alexander, it's got to be. Good for him. He wants to alleviate that loss. It's a dark spot on his record against Tad Jarvis, and he's gonna have a little, I guess, maybe extra motivation to get that loss off his record. Show everyone that it was kind of a fluke, I would say.
I think you're correct on that one, Marcus. He's been waiting for this moment. He didn't know that Tej was going to be his tag team partner, but I bet something inside of him, it lit a fire inside of Alexander. He's ready to go, and he's ready to win this. The Great Awakening, the 3 swinging neck breakers right here, he calls it.
Yeah, and he got that flush on the 3rd one. Alexander to the pin, cover, 2, kick out. No body on body contact there. He did hook the leg, but didn't get any of the weight on the shoulders there. And Tad Jarvis able to kick out. Tags into Styles. Styles, this is the first time he has run up against Tad Jarvis or Payton Graham. You know these guys better than anyone else. What's Jordan Styles getting his nose in this business?
Jordan Styles had a run-in with the Great Alexander the other Ryse show that we were at. Mm-hmm. They got to talking. They thought, hey, you're the successful Saint. I'm the Great Alexander. We should come together and let's start a formidable team. That's why it's me, Mr. G, Ronnie Starks, Jordan Styles. He's like a he's like a cousin. He's a cousin.
Look, we haven't even talked about Ronnie Starks on the outside. I've known Ronnie Starks, for 8-9 years now. Ronnie Starks is a great managerial mind.
Wonderful.
He's been searching for new clients, someone to find, and runs into the Great Alexander here. I'm not sure if you know how that relationship built between Ronnie Starks and the Great Alexander.
Ronnie Starks, like you said, he was looking for somebody to follow with, so why not get the guy with the most potential in pro wrestling right now? 19-year-old shining diamond, the Great Alexander. Ronnie Starks fell into a wonderful situation by getting him. Those two together, Mr. G is the insurance policy.
Cover here. 2. Kick out. Payton Graham looking to break that up. Sorry, go ahead and finish your statement there.
Those 3 together,
5 minutes
plus
gone
me,
by. 5
it's looking like
minutes.
we're the hottest faction in pro wrestling right now.
Well, I got to say right now, Alexander in charge here. Great tag team wrestling. I will say this. They are young. Great Alexander still in his first year. Jordan Styles just entering his 2nd year in professional wrestling. But this is textbook tag team wrestling. Keeping the Tad Jarvis in the corner, cutting the ring in half. Ladies, the time that they've put into the gym, the time they put into training with each other has very much paid off.
It has.
Look at this. Suplex into a double arm suplex. Cover 2. Tad kicking out.
This is
Payton's
their
going to
debut
break
as a
that up.
tag team, but it looks like they've been a team for 10 plus years. When they win this match against Payton Graham and Tej, I feel like they should demand a title shot against System Elite for the Ryse Tag Team Championships.
That feels like a stretch, I will say that. As former head of talent relations, I don't know if one tag team win gets you a tag team title shot, but who knows who's running things anymore. Great Alexander taking control of Tej. Said this is big for him to, get that loss off his record books. Make sure that it wasn't a fluke. But Tad Jarvis has been fighting back, trying to make this tag. He does.
Get him out of there, Alexander. Get him out of there.
Wait a minute. The referee didn't see that tag. Referee's back was turned with Jordan Styles. He didn't see the tag.
See the tag.
There was a clear tag there. Referee
did
can
not
only
see
call
it.
what he sees, though. And now Tej is all out of sorts. He is in the wrong part of town. And Payton trying to get his partner
Tej should
fired up
worry
here.
about being off of his cell phone, and maybe he would have made that tag. That's what's wrong with kids these days. Whenever I was growing up, we would take them out back and beat kids up like Tej.
I think your boy, the Great Alexander, is younger than Tej, I think. So when you talk about kids these days.
Marcus, don't worry about it.
Well, Tad Jarvis fighting back here. Big Inseguri. But Tad is so far away from the partner here. He is dragging himself. He's got to make this tag. Could change the entire complexion of this match if he can reach out and make that tag, but Styles stops him.
Jordan Styles has too much ring awareness.
Wait a minute. Falls through. Tag is made, and Payton Graham is here to clean house. There might be nobody better in professional wrestling when it comes to cleaning house like Payton Graham. Size, speed, strength. He is moving in there. Big clothesline. Styles is out of sorts. Cover. 2. Only. Styles rolls the shoulder. Payton Graham frustrated.
He's going to need a lot more than that to take out Jordan Styles. Just one elbow drop from Payton Graham is not going to finish Jordan Styles off. He's too tough for that.
Well, then Tej and Alexander, and now Mr. G's getting involved. And Ronnie Stark stopping Mr. G from hitting him. That would be a disqualification. From behind, Payton Graham just got low blowed. Styles has rolled him up.
Referee, turn around. Referee, check the pinfall.
Wait a minute, Payton's rolled up. Styles has got the tights.
3.
Unbelievable.
Another win for the great Alexander. Thank you, Payton Graham.
I can't believe that.
And your winner by pinfall at 8 minutes 48 seconds, Jordan Styles and the Great Alexander.
Well, Jordan Styles finds a way to steal one with a low blow to Payton Graham. So I got to say here, Ziggy Haim, we know she's tough as nails. She is a competitor. But Lee, I got to ask you, what's if you're Ziggy, she's going up against Christian Noir the first time in her life. This guy is a different animal. How do you prepare for someone like Christian Noir?
You can't really prepare for Noir. Ziggy has something a lot of wrestlers just they don't have in the beginning of their career. She knows how to fight from the ground up. A lot of people have to develop that. She's had that from day one, and she's going to need that tonight against Noir.
Ziggy trying to go for that roll-up real quick. 2 and no. Ziggy going for the head scissors. Big satellite head scissors.
Made me dizzy.
And like you said, Ziggy has something that a lot of people don't have. She is a fighter. She is a not the use the cliche all the time, not the size of the dog, but she has a big heart too.
Nice Meteora.
She is a tough competitor in there. And Christian Noir, this is what he likes. He likes facing a tough competitor.
Christian Noir is going to crush Ziggy Haim's dream. She wants to be the first grand champion of the women's division. After tonight against Christian Noir, I think she's going to have to reevaluate her goals.
Going for that punt kick, and face first right into the apron. And she is out of sorts here. That is a hard shot, as you know, Lee.
Yeah, that was a rough landing, and Ziggy's going to have to watch for those ribs she had recently injured. It seems like she's 100% tonight, but a bump like that can set her right back.
Absolutely, and Noir takes control. Joey's a good point. Ziggy's made a point to say that she wants to be the first female Ryse Grand Champion. And Noir going right to the choke. Lee, you were the first ever Ryse Grand Champion. What's it take to go up the division and to achieve something like that?
It's a challenge. There's a lot of obstacles that come with being the first Grand Champion because the competition is at a much higher level here than pretty much anywhere else. You have to compete, you have to fight, you have to be ready for anything and anyone, including someone like Christian Noir.
Noir, he makes a point a lot, as you said, Joe. He likes to crush dreams. He likes to ruin things, looking to ruin any of Ziggy's momentum that she's been gaining since this transition. But I said Noir is a different type of athlete. He's quicker than he looks. He's got a lot of speed, as you would know, Lee. Has a little bit of a lucha base as well.
Yeah, Noir is a very well-rounded competitor, but you wouldn't know it because he focuses so much on intimidating and putting fear in his opponents.
Ooh.
Like a lot of his Grindhouse members, he doesn't always care about winning. He cares about hurting his opponent and just winning mentally.
Yeah, he is a mental warrior, Lee. You've gone through battles with Noir before. You can't go in there without changing a little bit. And I think, Ziggy has said she wants to put herself through these types of wars, through these types of battles, test herself, in fire.
Oh, nice evasion.
Ziggy kicking the leg out there, and Noir is trapped. Double drop kick to the back.
Well done.
So, Marcus, we're halfway through this match. We've been doing our picks all night.
Cover.
How do you know we're halfway through?
We're into this match, Lee. Don't get me started on you, Moriarty.
This match can go 30 minutes. You don't know.
Well, it can only go 20. It's a 20-minute time limit.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you not listen to what Christy King
You
said?
thought we were halfway through. You shut up.
Ziggy going for that running bulldog. Noir's got her caught. Look out! Oh!
But before I was interrupted by Lee, Marcus, who are you taking in this match after what we have seen so far?
Well, I hate making calls like that. Christian Noir is a tough competitor. Ziggy, you never want to doubt her. You never want to doubt her abilities. She is a tough competitor. And Lee, you can speak to this as well. Ziggy is said she fights from the bottom a lot in her life. What's for someone like you, when you're down, when you're out, when you're on the mat and you're hurting, talk about the test of fortitude it takes to fight back, to not just let that pinfall happen.
It takes a lot, but Ziggy's not just fighting for herself. She's fighting for a lot of people that were told the same thing she was early in her career. Even just her life, she was always told she wasn't going to be enough. She fought through that, and she's here tonight. And I think she has some sort of advantage over Noir because Noir has a bit of a distraction in his
Cover
mind.
here. 2 count only. Go ahead.
Noir has a bit of a distraction in his mind with the return of the Honey Badger recently, and I
That's
think
true.
maybe he's not 100% focused on this match.
Yeah, we saw for months there, Christian Noir haunted by someone in the building. It turned out to be the returning Honey Badger. Noir going maybe for a power driver here. Trying to get Ziggy up, blocked by Haim.
Well, since both of you are afraid to make your picks, I'll just give you mine. I'm going with Christian Noir. And Lee, if you think Ziggy Haim is going to win this match,
You just said I didn't make a pick,
you
though.
are stupider than you look.
Ziggy is fired up here, and this is a bit one of Ziggy's best games here, which is that rapid fire offense with those strikes. Cover 2. Noir kicking out, and this is sometimes what Ziggy goes through, and
5 minutes gone by. 5 minutes.
she can get frustrated, but one of the issues is Ziggy is a smaller person, harder to get that body-on-body contact for those pinfalls to keep people down. She uses a lot of leverage pins to try and get victories because of that.
That's right. Even her finishing maneuver in Illuminati Confirmed is a move that actually transitions directly into a pinfall.
Absolutely, she needs that type of stuff. But going for that bulldog again. She get him. Oh, big springboard bulldog. Turn him over. Cover. 2 only. Noir kicked out. And Ziggy is a little frustrated. Lee, I got to ask you about this. Those moments where you think you got someone, what's it take to refocus yourself whenever they kick out?
It's tough. You throw everything you have at them, and they keep kicking out. And when you train, you prepare for these moments, but it's nothing like being in the ring. Your emotions get the best of you. Sometimes you can't control them, and you do get frustrated, even though you try not to let that happen.
Yeah, Lee Moriarty, one of the most zen wrestlers. I would say neither about Ziggy Haim or Christian Noir. Probably the least zen competitors we have here at Ryse. Ziggy trying to mount some momentum here.
Going for that springboard Meteora again.
Yeah, she looks like she might have slipped on that rope. Lucha pass. Up.
Samoan. Oh!
Big Samoan, and like you talked about, Lee, she has those bruised ribs. That could be it right there. 2. And finds a way to kick out. And I'm not sure if that was a full kick out. She rolled the shoulder. It looks like Noir is just exhausted. Ziggy Haim has taken it to Noir.
Yeah, he's been getting rocked in this match. A lot of those drop kicks in the chest. I think he's a little hurt, but he's not going to show it.
Might be going for that power driver again, trying to get Ziggy up. She's fighting. This could be big. He's kind of trying to get this. It looks like, I don't know if it's a power driver or power bomb, but headbutt to the gut. Ducks the kick. Ziggy's got him.
Here we go.
She's hooked. Roll through.
Oh!
Big cover. 3, and that is it.
Well done.
That was a good match. I might have gotten another one wrong tonight, but I haven't picked 2 wrong in a row yet tonight. I'm confident in my next match, and I'm going to get that next one right.
Ziggy
Your
Haim.
winner by pinfall at 8 minutes, 4 seconds, the Earth Oddity, Ziggy Haim.
Ziggy.
Friends, I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes,
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
that's right.
They train together. This is what they do in tag team wrestling. It is very, very hard to break a tag team when they're on that type of the same page.
Yes, they're an awesome tag team. I was talking to Duke, and I was talking to Ganon before. Duke sometimes gets in his own head. He goes off the rails. Ganon has to set him straight. We'll see if that comes back to bite him in the butt tonight in this match. One thing you talk about them being super athletes, the main event that is, David Lawless is the smartest and one of the most athletic wrestlers that we have here in Ryse Wrestling. So don't forget that whenever you're matching these two up against each other.
Take nothing away from David Lawless, who has been a regular contender for the Ryse Grand Championship in his career here, and MV Young, who is a Well, the fans definitely behind TMA. I was going to say MV Young, who is returning to Pittsburgh action. Spent a lot of time here, grew up here, and then went to New York to cultivate his craft. But Duke Davis and David Lawless locking up, and that's not the best strategy with Duke Davis. As we see the peaks
Lawless
of the
is just
metahuman.
feeling him out. He's just feeling him out right now.
Yeah, and this feeling out process is always important. And Duke Davis, as I've talked about before, when you see Duke Davis, he is trimmed down recently. He's got more speed, but has not sacrificed the power advantage that he's always had.
He's looking pretty lean. I agree with you in that. But David Lawless is an absolute monster.
Now Lawless now looks like showing off his peaks, looking for the old knuckle lock. Test of strength. I'm not sure if that's the wisest strategy with the meta-human. There's a reason they use the name the meta-human.
Trust me, David Lawless is never unsure about anything that he does.
Well, you're not wrong with that. David Lawless is a lawyer. He's one of the smartest wrestlers I've ever seen. He finds ways to win matches, and he lured Duke Davis in for the headlock.
I told you. He knows what he's doing in there, and you talking about winning in the ring. If he doesn't win in the ring, he's going to win in the courtroom.
Back elbow lured Duke Davis in. Ducking a move. Lawless is caught. Big slam by the metahuman. And Lawless is all out of sorts.
He's regrouping. MV's tagging in. This is where the barroom brawler is going to come in and tear up the main event.
Tag to Ganon Jones Jr. And as I said, MV Young made it right. He is a barroom brawler. This is how he's an unorthodox fighter. Ganon Jones Jr. is more of a traditional athlete, but he breaks traditions for a big man. He's got a lot of speed, high-flying ability. You see sometimes that top rope moonsault that Ganon Jones Jr. can pull out. But one of the weaknesses, I'd say, of the main event is guys like MV Young, who are unorthodox, who are different. And as you see already, go behind MV, using those elbows, trying to shake Ganon Jones Jr. loose. Come through, big turn, spin. And a suplex by Jones Jr. As I said, TME, when you look at them, it's all about size, but technique, speed, athleticism, these guys have it all. Jones in control, headbutt to the corner, Lawless shaken up here. And like I said, this is tag team continuity. This is what the main event does so well. Jones got it, pulling him out of the corner, taking control. This is where the main event can do damage, is when they take control, cut the ring off. And I asked you, Joey, if you're managing, if you're out there talking to Lawless, you're talking to MV Young, how do you break the momentum of two guys like the main event?
To break the momentum, I would piggyback off of what you were saying earlier in the matches with Tony Johnson, Ziggy Haim, using the speed over the power of the most athletic competitor, David Lawless, and MV Young. They're going to have to use some speed to get ahead of these two, Ganon and Duke Davis.
Ganon Jones Jr. might be a little insulted that you called David Lawless more athletic than him. He is one of the most athletic wrestlers here at Ryse. David Lawless, true to his form, very, very athletic. We've seen him do with those step-up Hurricane Ranas. He finds ways to surprise you. He has a lot of tools in the bag, a lot of tricks and trade. Duke Davis in full control. Tag is made. Snapmare over. And MV off the apron, and that referee of the 3 count. Oh, double stomp to the back by MV Young.
So smart.
And now Davis taking control of MV Young with those big forearms, and this is broken down. Main event with a double whip. Hold on. And low bridge. Lured them in.
The Young and Lawless with an awesome maneuver to get out of the way of that.
Where's MV Young going? Up and over. Big Big punt kick to Ganon Jones Jr. Super kick to Duke Davis. MV Young using those barroom strikes to his advantage, and now we are brawling in the crowd.
This is exactly what MV Young wants. It's a breakdown, get into the crowd. This is where he thrives. Fighting. That is what he does.
Absolutely. I've seen MV Young battle in barroom brawls all over New York. And he doesn't even need a ring. He'll just fight to make a living. This is how this guy makes money when he, lives in Brooklyn, New York. That's not a cheap neighborhood. This is how he makes money, is by beating up people.
A lot of them.
Absolutely. He calls himself the American Attraction, and MV Young is an arrogant guy, but he backs it up. He's a brutal fighter. And now Jones shot in, and that back elbow right on the button.
The Young and Lawless are getting in control of this match now, just as I expected.
MV Young pulling Ganon Jones Jr. back over to his corner.
5 minutes gone by. 5 minutes.
Smart strategy. The problem with the main event when you're trying to cut the ring off in half is they're so tall. They can reach each other from almost anywhere in that ring. It is so hard to cut off the ring with these two, as two of the tallest wrestlers that you're going to find. But MV finding a way.
How can you not grab the hair? Look at how long that is on Duke Davis.
Well, you shouldn't grab the hair because it's against the rules.
He was going for his shirt.
He's been warned.
He was going for his shirt, and his hair got in the way.
Lawless. Back over. Kurt Hennig next snap. And Lawless is rolling here, taking
Genius.
Davis off the apron, and now having a fight with the referee. As MV Young's getting his shots in and choking Ganon Jones Jr. on the ropes.
This is where I was saying earlier, Duke Davis going off the rails. It might come back to bite him in the butt for this team. I think the Young and the Lawless have him right where they want him.
Big neck breaker by David Lawless. He calls himself the barrister of the neck breaker.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Marcus.
Big leg drop. You ever seen a lawyer do a leg drop like that?
Beautiful.
Two only. Lawless in full control, but as you said, this is Duke Davis not doing any favors to his partner. He's getting frustrated, but Duke hates being on that apron. He wants to be in the action. And I said they're so tall, it's so hard to get
What is
Ganon
their
Jones
combined
Jr.
height? 12 foot?
Oh, yeah.
12 foot 5?
Something like that. They're well over 12 feet, almost 13 feet in height. There's so much length there. But MV going for a suplex. Got him over. That's shocking.
They're not that big. MV doesn't care.
MV doesn't care about much except himself and his Twitter followers. Cover. Kick out by Ganon Jones Jr. And this is quintessential tag team wrestling from Lawless and MV Young, keeping Ganon Jones Jr., but he just spit in Duke Davis's face. And now that referee, how is he holding Duke Davis back? And now Lawless and MV taking advantage. Duke Davis doesn't want to fine is the only reason that he's going back in that corner.
That's good that the referee's controlling this match, keeping Duke Davis in the corner when he's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah, trying to keep Lawless now in the corner. Oh, tag is made again. MV Young taking control. And now referee's got to a 4 count there, almost risking disqualification by MV Young. I don't think he cares.
You got into 5, might as well go all the way up to 4.
He is they said he is a barroom brawler. He doesn't really care much about the rules or the regulations. He just likes to fight and make money. And, cover. Ganon's in the ropes there. That length coming to advantage. Jones has got to find a way to tag Duke. Duke is just seething on the corner as Lawless and Young has just taken advantage here. And I got to say, I'm kind of shocked. They have formed a very, very great tag team.
Cornering their opponent. It's like they've been tagging for years. Oh. Young and the Lawless. Watch out for them. One of the most formidable tag teams tonight. First night. It's a good night for first night tag teams, right?
He's choking Ganon Jones Jr. with his own hair.
Wouldn't you agree with that, though, Marcus?
Well,
It's a
so
good
far,
night.
so far we have seen a first night tag team get the victory. So far that has been the advantage, but those teams didn't face the main event. As I said, this tag team, a veteran tag team here at Ryse, 3 years, 1 loss. That loss in the tag team championship tournament finals, the System Elite. It took a steel chair to pin them. MV Young trying to use the drop kick.
10 minutes.
And now Lawless taking control, trying to get Ganon Jones Jr. out of those ropes. Now Lawless going for the second rope. I don't know what he's going for.
He's not going up there for the view.
Oh, that leg drop! Could not get it. Jones rolls out of the way and is now looking to get over to Duke Davis. Lawless holding the back of his legs, not his best feature there. Tag made to Duke. And Duke Davis just speared David Lawless. Davis is rolling up. Big power slam. When Davis is rolling, there are few that are quite like him, but MV with the reversal. 2 feet. Big kick to the back. Backstabber by Young.
There we go, MV. And again, going back to Duke Davis, worrying too much about the crowd. MV
Ooh!
just got kicked in the face.
Big kick. Ganon Jones Jr. rolling here.
MV Young setting up for a big move, playing to the crowd, calling a shot. And Duke Davis with a slam.
Roll through knee strike by
Ganon
Jones.
throwing him out of the pin.
Wait a minute, I don't know what Jones has planned here. Hooks him up. Ganon ball. I haven't seen him hit that in quite a while. Whoa!
2 count, very close.
Big kick out by Young. I am shocked at that. And now Lawless flies through with that diving ace crusher. But taking too much time to jab. And now Duke Davis has made the tag. Got Lawless by the throat. Got him goozled. Main event, both have him. It goes to the eyes.
MV Young
MV's
is
up.
sending to the top.
Big double drop kick. MV showing off that athleticism, and they are in full control. Davis gets the boot up, and Lawless ate that one. Uh-oh. Look out. No!
The barrister of the neck breaker hitting another.
Super kick. German cover. 2. Kick out by Davis. Unbelievable. I thought MV and Lawless found a way to beat them. And now Lawless and MV trying to find a way to keep Duke Davis down. Look out. Runs into him with that big knee. Davis sends MV over the top, right to Ganon Jones Jr. and into a set of chairs on the wall. Look out. Lawless is caught. Big shot, cover. 2, 3.
If Ganon wouldn't have thrown MV into those chairs.
And your winner by pinfall at 14 minutes and 16 seconds, the metahuman Duke Davis and your all-star Ganon Jones Jr., the main event.
If Ganon wouldn't have sent him into those chairs, I was saying it would have been a different story, Marcus. Let's face it.